Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Tuesday Craft Day. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and I hope you have a wonderful Hanukkah if you so celebrate. And so now I have a question for you. You had Black Friday and you had Cyber Monday. So now what do? You have to wrap all those presents you bought when they get here. Both of those obviously be shipped. Well, a lot of them will be shipped. So I'm going to share with you a couple of wrapping ideas. Now, I know today a lot of people use gift bags and tissue paper, and I think that's a great idea. I have no problem with that. And the Dollar Tree, for one store, I'm sure there's a lot of stores, but the Dollar Tree has a lot of gift bags and all kinds of sizes and styles and shapes and colors, and they're really, really pretty. But sometimes you want to have just a special gift for someone. Maybe it's a teacher appreciation gift, or maybe it's a special neighbor, or maybe it's someone who's done a good deed for you, and you just like to make it a little bit fancy. You know, gift wrapping is an art, and I am not an artist. But I have a couple of ideas. And so I'm going to take it down to the table and we're going to show you a couple of ideas how you can address a package. We'll do a couple of bows and then a few things that don't require ribbon that are even easier. And then finally, I'm going to show you a project that I had not done until I tried one last week, and I was very impressed. We're going to make a poinsettia out of ribbon. It is not difficult, and it will allow you to use that on the package front or on your tree. It makes a beautiful addition. So give me a second, I'll bring you down to the table, and we'll get busy decorating the Christmas package. Be right back. All right, here we are with our package. And I did put just some red ribbon around it so we could get an idea of how we're going to decorate it. Now I'm going to show you a few things first that don't require you making a bow or even using any extra ribbon. And the first and the easiest one are these little picks or bunches that you can buy at Hobby Lobby. I know has them. Michael's probably has them too, and they have a clip on the back of it. Now this one has been well used, and I'm going to lose the clip pretty soon. But this, how easy is this? To take one of these pretty little things and just clip it to your ribbon that you have wrapped around the package. How simple and how pretty. And you have given two gifts because you've given them the gift that you've wrapped, and then you have this cute little corsage type of thing. In fact, they could use it as a corsage and as an additional gift. Speaking of corsages, how many of you remember that you wore corsages to Christmas Sunday service? You'd have a pretty Christmas corsage. You know, the florists don't do mini corsages anymore. It's a passé, but it really was kind of pretty. So here's a simple, beautiful addition to any package. Takes no effort at all. Okay, in the same vein, we have these other kinds of picks. Now this one is just a pick that has some different. It has some gold poinsettias and pine cone, and something like this wrapped across here. Okay, all you need to take is a piece of floral wire or a zip tie and zip tie it right under here and come up around your pick. And I will zip tie it, but I can take it off again. And you want to get it so it's kind of hidden underneath your flowers and things. And there you go. How beautiful is that? What a beautiful package, and it really was no effort at all. Now I think I'd just move it up a tiny bit so that the stem is not off the bottom of the package, but I was just showing you. Okay, so that didn't require any ribbon or any bow making talents. Required a pick and a zip tie. All right, so now let's look at, and now there are other choices for picks, and I'm not going to attach all of them, but here's one here. Now this is kind of spread out. What I would do is probably take a piece of floral wire and just tie these together. Okay, and then I could still take a zip tie and attach it to the package. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now let's say you have maybe a youngster that you want to do a wrap with. Okay, a few weeks ago we made these little packages, and they were made to hold silverware on your Christmas table. And I'll leave a card up at the top to the video where we made these if you're interested. They're very, very simple. Don't take much effort or supplies, and something you and your grandkids or kids can do. But what's to say that you can't take one of these and put a hot cocoa packet in it, candy cane, these are make-believe candy canes, but a real candy cane, and maybe a little bag of mini marshmallows, and just attach that to the front of your package. And I think I would just take some double-sided tape, or even you could use even hot glue and just glue it from here to this piece here. But I think maybe the double-sided tape, because you could pull it off the bag afterwards. And wouldn't that make a cute package topper for a kids, big or little? And of course then we always have things like ornaments. And again, you're giving two gifts at the same time. Now these ornaments I've had for a while, and I'm not even sure where I got them. Probably a Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but these are metal. I think these were from Michael's, and they are a Victoria collection, and I paid 59 cents. No, they came from Goodwill. Okay, so make sure you check out your resale stores, and you can always take some pretty ribbon and just attach the ornament to it, and you've given your gift and an ornament for the tree. How nice is that? Okay, so that's my ideas for decorating, not using any ribbon at all, okay? Now I'm going to show you a couple of ways to make bows to put on a package. And I don't think we've done them quite like this before. I'm going to start with this Christmas tree ribbon. And I don't know, I think I'll just cut about this much off, which is about, let's say, a yard. All right. Now I'm going to start by making a tight little loop right here. All right. And this, of course, is upside down. So I'm going to take this, pinch it, and twist it. And then I'm going to make a loop and bring it back and pinch it right underneath this little loop that we made. And that's, I'm not going to measure these, but you can see that they are, and then I'm twisting it. They are about, that's about 3 inches. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay? And I'm going to twist it. And now I'm going to make one that's a little bit longer. And come back and twist it. And I will get one more. That will be a little bit longer again. And bring it up and twist it. Now, at the end, you want to make sure that you've got a little bit overlapping, okay, where that circle is. Now, I'm going to use a zip tie because I have them here, but floral wire is fine. And I'm going through the loop, okay, and then I'm coming around the back. And actually, if you're going to put tails on it, you'll want to have floral wire because you can add the tails to the floral wire. Now, before I get it too tight, I'm going to take a piece of this plain thin, this is probably 1/2 inch ribbon. And I'm just going to put it through here because that's how I'll attach it to the present. And then I'm going to make it really tight. So now we just need to fluff it out a little bit. And it's a long ribbon. So this is kind of good for a longer package. Okay. And of course you can use longer piece of ribbon and have this go longer and longer. Get this one tucked in a little bit. There we go. And this one will fit, I think, sideways nicely. So I'm going to bring this through here. I'll get rid of my zip tie. And I'm just going to tie it in a knot because this will cover it up. Now you can make them go straight out from each other, which is the way I'm doing it now. Or you can, there, or you can make them go this way and this way and have a little bit different shape. But I'm looking at the long, narrow bow, so I'm going to go this way. Isn't that pretty? And that was simple. So there you go. There's bow number 1. All right, so let's cut this ribbon off. Well, I think I can just untie it. And I'm going to show you even a more simple way to make one. I'm going to use this gold. And I'm just going to unroll some so that it's easier to handle. Now, this bow is probably the first bow I ever made in my life. And I was probably about, I don't know, maybe 6, 7 when my mother showed me how to make this. And now people make them all the time, and they've given them all kinds of names. But I'm going to show you how simple it is to make. Now, we made these, when we made these with paper ribbon and that curling ribbon. So I have taken a piece of ribbon and I have folded it in half. And let's see, I think I'll do it about, let me just see how long this is. It's about 8 inches. All right, so that's going to give me a 4-inch loop. And I am just going to take this and fold it again. and fold it again. And you can fold it as many times as you want. And fold it again. And fold it again. And I think I'll stop there. And I'm going to cut it off. So now I have this ribbon that's folded. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to find the middle. We can find the middle by folding it in half. Okay? And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut probably not quite to the halfway mark. You see? And then I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. And so now I have a ribbon that's kind of cut in two places. I'm going to take another piece of this red ribbon, and I would probably take gold or something, but the red is fine. Or a piece of wire, or zip tie. And I'm just going to put it through that slit that I made. Okay? Because when we made them with the paper ribbon, we used the curling ribbon to go around it. And then I'm going to take it to the back, and I'm going to tie it tight. And I'll tie it in a knot. And of course then this leaves me this ribbon to attach it to the package. Now I'm just going to take these pieces and I'm going to start pulling them out. Now that's the one I started with. Now I've already got 3 loops on the side because I didn't make that many, but you can certainly make as many as you like. 8, 9, 10 loops. And it's nothing to it. They pull right out nice. Fluff them up. Attach it to the package. And that's an amazing package ribbon. And you can take the ends if you want to and taper them. But isn't that beautiful? Look at that. And that one, it really takes no skill. Easy peasy. If you have a hard time with your hands. And actually, for a gift package, that's plenty of ribbon. You don't really need to make it huge. If you wanted to do the same thing and put it on a wreath, you just make longer loops and make more of them. All right, so there we have 2 different types of bows and some other ideas for decorating a package. And I think that is a beautiful bow for a package. I'm going to show you the last project. And like I said, I'm probably the only person who didn't know how to do this or hadn't seen it before. But I'm going to take some ribbon and I'm going to cut pieces 8 inches long. Okay? And I'm going to cut 8 of them. So what I'll do is I'll just use this piece as a guide. Trying to get them as even as possible. And you could fold it like we did before. 4. 6, 7. I could have done this ahead of time, but I was just going to show you the whole thing. And I haven't got them totally even, but it'll be fine. And 8. All right. So now I'm going to take these 8 ribbons and I'm going to put them all together at the top. And I'm going to cut them. So depending on how heavy your ribbon is, you need a good pair of scissors. Okay, they're all together at the top. Now I'm going to cut them in a point. Cut this corner. And cut this corner. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. Get them all equal. Get them all lined up together. Okay, now we're going to take the scissors. We're going to do the same thing on this end. I'm going to make a point, cutting it right to the middle. This is a glittery one. Okay, so now I have these 8 pieces of ribbon that have a point on both ends. I'm going to take a piece of ribbon. I'm going to fold it in half. Okay? I want this to be the inside. Okay. Because I want that to show. So I'm going to fold it good sides together. Now I'm going to fold it like I were folding a paper airplane. You fold down a little bit here, not to the bottom, but just a little, and you fold down a little bit here. And I'm going to pinch it. And I'm going to do that with all 8 ribbons. So I'm going to take the next one, and I'm using the end of my fingers. I'm going to show you a different way that you can do this if this is difficult. Okay, I folded it in half. I'm going to fold it down a little here and down a little on the other side. And I'm going to put it right next to this one. Now, if you find that this is difficult, get yourself a clothespin, or this is one of those little Dollar Tree clamps, and you can use that. Fold it together. Fold down a little bit here. And down a little bit on the other side. Make sure you're pinching these and add it to it. Okay? And we're going to continue. We're going to do it with all the pieces. Down here, and add it to my bunch. Good sides together. Down here, a little bit. And they're the 2 wired edges, so they stay down for you. Okay? Bring it over, add it to your bunch. Three more. Fold it in half. Fold this side down a little bit. Fold that side down a little bit. And add it to your bunch. Okay, pull this side down. Fold that side down. And I'm only folding it like right in the middle. You know, I'm not creasing it all the way down. Last one. Fold it up. And then fold this down. And fold that down. And bring it here. And now you have 8 of them in a row. So now I'm going to take a piece of wire or zip tie. I'm going to use a zip tie because I have them here and I don't have any wire upstairs. And I'm just going to go around the middle, holding it tight. Get to the back. Making sure I'm as close to the middle of this as I can be. And I'm going to pull it tight. So now I have a bunch like this. Okay, so now I've got this down at the back, okay? So now I'm going to take these and I'm going to spread them out again. Sort of like unfolding them, but I'm not really unfolding them. I'm just spreading them out. And do the same on the other side. And then you just have to kind of maneuver them around a little bit till you get the shape that you want. Can you see? Can you see? Look at that beautiful poinsettia. Now there are little berries that you can buy that you can put on. I have, or you can put a nice little brooch. If you have an antique brooch that you want to put on there. I have this little one that's on a wire, and I don't know that I can put it on there, but I think I can just get it on there enough to give you an idea. And you can always glue it on. Okay, got that on there. Now let me just spread stuff around again. I haven't got that centered nicely. There you go. If I set it down, I can do it a little better. And if you find a point that didn't get a pretty point on it, you can just make a point on it. But there is a beautiful poinsettia made out of ribbon. And wouldn't that look nice if you made, if you made, 4 or 5 of these and put them on the tree? They'd be really special. So let's have a little chat. I'll be right there. I'm coming. So how was that? love these poinsettias. They're so pretty, and they're not hard to make. Now the first one I made holding them all in my hand, and that can get a little intense because you're trying to bend the other ones while holding them, but you can do it. And the package bows, look at that. I love this bow, and that was the simplest thing you'd ever do. And of course the other ways you can decorate. So have fun with your packages. And you know, even if you just do 3 or 4 of them to put under your tree as decorations under the tree. How many of us have Amazon boxes hanging around? We don't even have to have a present in it. We can just decorate them pretty and set them under the tree. Or make a little package arrangement and put it on a table. So that's my story for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try one of these poinsettias. They're really, really fun to make. And you know, you don't have to make them red. They can be blue and yellow and whatever color you want. It just is a very pretty and easy decoration. I'm sorry I looked at myself instead of you. And I think you'll have fun making them. Now Friday will be the house tour. We're about ready. I was waiting for a tablecloth to be delivered for my kitchen table from Amazon. It came last night. So now I can finish the kitchen table and get that ready to roll. And let me just show you quickly over here on this table. You will see multitudes of plates and napkins and whatever. We will be having a Christmas party the 18th of December, and so I'm collecting. So what I'm going to do, I think what I might do one of these days before the 18th is just give you a little idea of how I'm going to set things up, because there will be a very large crowd. Most of the time they'll be outside because fortunately in Florida it's still nice enough to be outside. However, one never knows if it's going to rain, so I have a long driveway, and that'll be set up also so people can sit there if they need to. They also can come into the house. The folks that are coming are all well vaccinated, and they all understand social distancing. But we'll have lots of food, lots of fun, and it'll be interesting to do what we haven't been able to do in a couple of years. I think the last Christmas party we had was in 2018. So, until Friday when we do the tour, I hope you all have a great afternoon. I hope you stay safe. Wear your mask if appropriate. Keep your distance if appropriate. Get your vaccine if you choose. Stay healthy. Stay well. Stay happy. And until Friday, everybody play nice now. I'll see you then. Love you. Bye-bye.